saying grace over a Tuesday blue plate special when the man in the next booth said, don't you watch TV?
Hi Marlene,
don't you know that God's a myth?
Hi, my show.
I hate to see you waste your breath. There ain't no use talking to a ghost that don't exist. The praying man said amen and looked up from his plate and said, you may not talk to God right now, but there's gonna come a day. Cause whether you're a farmer in the field praying for the rain, or you curse him at the graveside cause you called a loved one's name, you can thank him, you can blame him, either way you're gonna face it. Whether you believe in him or not.
Hey, Lindy.
All right, we can switch out down there.
Hey, Trina.
Man in the booth went quiet cause he didn't have a comeback, so he shrugged it off and paid his tab and shuffled out the door. And the praying man, he prayed for the man who drove away, hoping he would see the light before it got too late. How was he to know? Touch the non-believer's soul. We got that conversation 2 red lights down the road. Cause whether you're a farmer in the field praying for the rain, or you cursing at the graveside cause you called a loved one's name,
I don't know about jumping jacks.
you can thank him,
Well, they got so much stuff on.
The layers.
whether you believe in
We're gonna have to do
him.
something to keep our breath flowing.
Cause in the end, everybody talks to God.
Yeah, your feet are not to leave the ground.
Everybody talks to God. You can thank him, you can blame him. Either way you're gonna face it.
I know, because I even got these smaller
Whether
boxes
you
if we needed them and they can open too. And I was like, well, if they don't work, it's super cheap.
everybody talks to God.
Even if the wind gets higher this week,
Everybody talks to
you
God.
can use the smaller ones as reinforcement. Because it's going to be really hard.
We all talk to God.
Like, you're going to have to warm.
Everybody talks to God.
I know, just keep moving. Keep moving.
Oh, you are an angel of mercy.
You say angel of mercy, some other people say something else. You hold the white glove on?
I'm good. I'm just turning the thing on. I actually don't need to wear it. I just need it to be on so it heats up.
Shut your mouth,
Look
get
at
in
that.
line, just
Mama
behave and
making
pay
property
the fine.
stuff.
You're pulling on your backbone and taking out your spine. They want you weak,
Hi,
don't
Veronica.
speak, don't question, don't think. Keep staring at your smartphone, get dumber every week. Now give up your freedom and shush.
Oh, we talked about
Oh
it.
Jesus, what happened to us?
Hi, wild one.
Leave the church, kill your faith, judge the skin and love your hate. Make yourself yourself the enemy, but call yourself a saint. Learn the rules, be a fool. Remove your kid from school and apologize for everything. Apologize for you. Now give the TV all of your trust. Oh Jesus, what happened to us? Mark, Jack, Bill, Joe, they'll tell you what you need to know. They'll give you your permissions and tell you where to go. Lights, camera, action, edit. We're so pathetic. You believe it cause you watched it. You believe it cause they said it. Now everybody stay home and rest. Oh Jesus, what happened to us? We used to stand and fight. We had a voice alright. We had a life worth living. We had a damn worth giving. Now watching it fall.
Hey, everybody.
That's the truth of it all.
I'm electrified.
Oh, yeah. I'll message Cash and give him my number tonight.
And taking out your spine, they want you weak. Don't speak, don't question, don't think. Keep staring at your smartphone, get dumber every week. Don't nobody put up a fuss. Oh Jesus, what happened to us? Oh Jesus, Jesus, what happened to us?
So hi everybody here on YouTube, Rumble, and Getter. Sorry Getter, I can't read your chat. Sorry about that.
Sorry, that will get us blocked.
Hi Hasi, thanks for being over there. Hi Cora. I'm good, and as long as my tootsies don't get full.
Hip hop diet is full of guys who cannot even rap.
Facts.
She's lying about the weather.
You know what?
Hello, can you hear me now?
I can hear you now.
It's really not that cold. It's like 60.
We're pretending. Maybe in Florida.
If you tell yourself that in your mind, then you won't be so cold. Now get over here and get Jesus.
All right, let's get some Jesus.
It is. My girls are cold. My girls are cold.
3-degree wind chill.
Yeah. Okay, that's the temperature.
Yeah. It says it feels like.
Father, we thank you this evening as we gathered here in this Washington, D.C., out in front of the Gulag, as we stand together once again for our patriots, that you are here with them. You are their strength in their weakness. You are their wisdom in their foolishness. And most of all, you love them and you surround them with your presence. As well as you are here with us, out here in the elements. But while we are cold on the outside, we are warm by your love on the inside. Father, we pray for each one here that you give us the strength and the endurance to fight the battle, to fight, to struggle for justice, and for equality, and for peace, and for its equality of justice. We see so much inequalities of the things that are being, the sentences that are being handed out. And we know that you will correct for this. You will bring justice and restore justice in this land. Mighty Father, we thank you for keeping us together, united in one spirit as well as one body, to take this vigil, to keep this vigil going like a fire that is never extinguished until we see freedom, justice, and peace. We thank you for all your love for us and for your presence. We thank you. We pray in Jesus' name. Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All the way.
Thank everybody for being here. Somebody got to put her in her place. No, I'm just kidding. Ow. Oh, don't worry, Nicole. We still have one Texas.
Okay, it's gonna be all over the net that everybody's fighting on freedom.
You better calm down. Everybody relax. I've already had 2 members of my family call and say, stop watching the game, go to the vigil, or go to sleep. You're causing big problems.
Nicole holds herself responsible when the Cowboys don't do well. In all seriousness, though, I want to thank Shelly and Kim for your generous donation. And we talk about, us being out here because American citizens are more than generous and have enabled us to be out here. So thank you, everybody, from coffee to toilet paper to cash donations, and we appreciate you very much.
Especially for that toilet
And
paper.
speaking of that, we are doing a donation promotion all through the year of 2024 because, we know that our people are people that get up and go to work and then they have bills to pay and all of that. So what we are asking for in 24 is just a $24 donation for the year of 24 so we can continue the fight out here. You can do that at 4 Ashley, and that's 4 ASHLI. And do that just, whenever you can, because it goes to gas and food and what we do here, parking, all those things. And, and we do not take that lightly. So we understand all of the situations. So you Patriots are amazing. If you can't do that, I know that y'all are making phone calls. I know you're doing emails, and I know you're writing letters. And we have a lot of really valuable resources that Deb has put on our website, but that you can go and you can find all these different organizations that For Ashley knows that their monies go to help the Jan Sixers. Also, we're working on getting on For Ashley the steps to where you can just go and donate directly to commissary. You don't have to worry about going through an organization. You can adopt a Jan Sixer either from your state, and which you can also find on the For Ashley site. And then donate directly to their tablets, their commissary, and then that way you know that your Jan Sixer is being helped. So Patriot Mail Project also has a list of all the Jan Sixers out there. They're steady arresting our people. And they are also convicting them, sentencing them, and all of that. So please When you do go to the Patriot Mail Project, go to updates so you can make sure that you have the correct addresses. Just like Guy Wesley had just been moved, so Marie and them were right on top of it. His address has been, fixed, but there are Jan 6ers being moved all the time. So always make sure that you check that update area. And they also have short biographies of all of the Jan 6ers. J6 Patriot News and American Gulag Chronicles are also some really great sites to go and read and get updates from Jan 6ers. I know there's a new letter from Jeff McKillop that is out on J6 Patriot News, and he has a lot of really good words, and I'm always so uplifted by these Jan 6ers that can just continue to hold the line and have such a positive impact on us out here, even though they're going through such hard times. So please, let's do all those things. Let's keep them in our prayers. If y'all can do a 24 and 24 whenever you can, us at Fort Ashley really appreciate it. So I'm out, Paige. Oh, and I will be in Texas next week. I'm going to say this. I'll promote it all until I leave. So I'll be in Texas next week. I'm going to get to see my girls and stuff, but going to team up with Miss Judy and some Patriots from Lindale, Terry Anderson, who we do the Zoom call and everything with, and some other Patriots there where they're going to have a meet and greet on Saturday, and they're having a convoy on Sunday. So anyone in Texas that can get out there and see us, the flyer is on the Fort Ashley page, and they put a lot of thought and consideration into it. So Patriot Relief will be there, represented by Terry Anderson. I'll be out here representing Fort Ashley and Freedom Corner, and all you guys, and then they're going to have that Brazos guy. I don't know. He's a convoy guy. I don't know.
Brian Brozzi.
Oh, yeah. Okay, Brian Brozzi. I said Brazos because that's a river in Texas.
That's
It's a well-known river in Texas.
That's what I thought of when I saw it. So anyway, he's going to be there. I haven't met him, but I did see some videos that he did. So please come and join us. It's going to be great to get the message out to some people in my neck of the woods. So if you need any information, please look on our website.
So much.
Thank you.
Media dividing us by colors, white or black. If you believe in Jesus, these days Christians get attacked. If you don't hate police, then everybody thinks you're white. And everything's so connected. Black Lives Matter got so aggressive. White folks who agree can't support the message. Both sides go to war because they don't respect it. Our social climate from the global tension turned to total violence and a whole depression. We can unify and then I'll go against them, but we let them divide us with votes and elections. Hey, the music we bump.
Say that a little louder, they all didn't hear that.
The things that we want are promoted subliminally through the songs like, you need a fast car, you need designer clothes, you need a rap star.
Thank y'all. Hi, Richie. Thanks for joining us tonight.
It's all controlled by the elites. Full fake news all over our screens, convincing the right to go fight with the left and distract from the fact that each other we need. Segregated into teams. You a white supremacist. If you're not, I guess you Antifa. Screaming from the rooftops, beat down better. Turn us on each other now, no lives matter. If we do what the news wants, blood don't splatter. Turn us on each other till no lives matter. Freedom's dead. If you have an opinion, take it back. People hate the president. If you don't, then you trash. Indoctrinate the nation using news and mainstream rap. The government abuses us over the plan. And it's so confusing. Black Lives Matter is a valuable movement, but all lives matter ain't racist or stupid. It's non-black humans who don't feel included. All colors fall under laws to govern the whole country, and we all suffer. We're all broke and nobody recovers until we accept that we're all brothers. Hey, music we make all about big bullies and getting paid. We watch the news and it fills up our brains with violence and riots and race. Like this is a race war. You need to hate more. Get what you came for. You need some songs about Xanax and violence so you can escape more. What a vicious cycle we can break away from. They control the culture, they control the paper. They're indoctrinating a whole generation till the patriots start to hate the nation. The music we love make us dumb and addicted. The news that we watch is brainwashing the children. The viruses, riots, and racist conditions ain't problems. They're symptoms of life in the system. Screaming from the rooftops, beat down better. Turn us on each other now, no lives matter. If we do what the news wants, blood don't splatter.
will make you dawn. The media makes you hate, and they control them both. There ain't no escape. They put the world in a state of chaos. Economy crashing and massive layoffs. Black against white, or it's left versus right. Divide and conquer.
Thank you for using Google. Why did I give Greta all that time tonight? I don't know. Hello.
Hi, this is Ray Christensen.
Hey, Reed.
Hi, Mr. Christensen.
How you doing?
I'm doing okay. I'd heard that some of you were in the gallery at my sentencing hearing.
We were.
Yes, sir.
Well, what did you think?
Here comes Nicole. She's got words.
Sir, I think you represented us very well while they were sentencing you, and I think appeals has a lot that's going forward. I've just kept you and your wife very close to my heart and prayer.
Yeah, I was really touched. My wife didn't come out. I mean, it was a big trip for one thing. We're on the West Coast, but the other thing is she just says she can't. She didn't want to see people beat me up and just make her have a nervous breakdown.
This is Mickey. We were there. Nicole and Tammy and I were there, and some patriots from Freedom Corner, Greg and Sharon. And I continue to be appalled at the things Judge Kelly says about American patriots. I think that, Lambert was your judge. Well, he's bad too. I think he's senile and he needs to be removed. But he just has a lot of these judges sit in judgment and really aren't even really aware of the facts of the day. And I'm not sure Judge Lambert remembers the facts of breakfast. So I'm just saying.
Yeah, it was clear that he was not engaged. He's just he's working on an assembly line, and he remembers what he's supposed to do as he stamps out the parts. But there is no judgment there. There is no engagement.
No, but you did it with such grace, Mr. Christensen, and I have often thought, I know you and your wife have been married a very long time, and I often think I've been married to my husband for just over 20 years, and it was very difficult for me to acclimate, and I just can say that I'm so happy that y'all been able to do it with such grace, and I'm just so sorry y'all are going through this. You're a true patriot.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate that. I don't know. I'm trying to think of the right word because it's not funny, but it was is unreal. Really, one of the things that the prosecutor said. I don't know if you caught that. Do you remember her quoting Nathan Hale's famous quote? Did you catch that?
Yes, I absolutely did. I actually repeated it here on the corner, that they used that against you even harder, that if you had 2 lives to give, you would give it for your country or something.
Yeah, I mean, so I'll give you a little background of where that came from. So after you get convicted, a parole officer contacts you, and they basically, my interview was like 2 hours. They asked about everything about my life, and then they do research and check up on it and stuff. So there was this big report that this parole officer wrote about my life. And since I basically was a model citizen, in the military and employed and never in the criminal justice system or anything, there was nothing in that report that the prosecution wanted to reference, except at the very end, the parole lady asked if I had anything else I wanted to say. And for some reason, Nathan Hale pops into my mind. And so kind of, lightheartedly, cheerfully, I said, yes, my only regret is I had just one life to give for my country. Right. And so I said that at the end of the report. And the prosecutor, during the trial, used that line, that quote, to show that I was a radical. And that just blew my mind, because I'm pretty sure that she had no idea where that quote came from. She had no idea that was an American hero and martyr from the American Revolutionary War who said that. And she was using it as an indication that I'm a dangerous radical that needs to be locked up. That was surreal.
Anybody that quotes our forefathers is labeled as a radical.
That's
right.
absolutely true,
Yeah.
sir. During
Extremeness.
the Oath Keepers trial, I actually sat through and witnessed the government criminalize our forefathers for their rhetoric.
Yeah, exactly. So there's a lot of unbelievable things that happened to me the last 4 months, but I think that one might be one of the top ones. I just never in my wildest imagination would expect that a supposedly Department of Justice employee would say something like that.
No, and also when they made it clear that, you know, the sentence of deterrence wasn't to deter you, it was to deter everybody else. It's like you didn't need deterrence because, as they did point out, you were 65 years old, been married for 45 years, never had any contact with the law, lived an exemplary life, was in the military, and then they threw the book right at you. So just, you know, and then they talk about not having sentences of disparity when we see that some people got probation and you know, there's no rhyme or reason to the sentences they're giving people, but they do tell us it's sentences of deterrence, and we know that those sentences of deterrence are to deter us as well as you.
Right. I've thought about this since then. I was thinking, well, you know, there's another way you could avoid protests about election fraud, and that is you could have open, you know, transparently honest elections. That would solve the problem.
That's
Yeah,
right.
that would be a huge step forward, and what we've
Well,
just been asking for a very long time, since well before the 2016 elections even, you know, happened. Way before then, we've been asking for fair
Right.
and honest elections. So, you know, that's something that we've needed for a long time, and that's a
Well,
huge reason why a lot of people were here in the Capitol that day.
Exactly, and you know, you have to think that that's probably a more American solution than crushing the lives of people that disagree with the government.
That's right.
Dissent is not against the law.
Right, dissent is not against the law. But you know what else we've been asking since January 6th is for the video, which leaks out really slowly. But, you know, as we hold American citizens' balls to the wall, we really need to hold everybody accountable, release the video, and let's see the behavior to the Capitol and Metropolitan Police, the FBI, and as well as, you know, the communication between our congressional members. I want to, you know, we need a truth of what happened that day, and the only way we're going to get it is for people to continue to, you know, take this to the court. And, you know, Ashley's husband filed a lawsuit for wrongful death. Derek Vargo filed a lawsuit. Victoria White filed a lawsuit. And so has Eric Clark against Ray Epps as an operative of the United States government. So, you know, we continue to ask for the truth because that's really all we want, and I believe that'll speak for itself. And I don't think a blanket pardon is a good idea, but I think that we need to have somebody reasonable look at the behavior of American patriots that day and the behavior of the police.
Amen.
Right.
That's right.
Well, because what we've been saying out here, Mr. Christensen, is that, you know, why is it that law-abiding citizens descended upon the nation that day? Because they, you know, it wasn't to be lawless. And it was absolutely not for that. But the narrative the government spins, and they can just push it because we don't have a lot of people on our side pushing back. And, you know, you taking the government to task and different people continuing to do this really pushes the government to put the story on the table. And, you know, unfortunately, you get punished for doing that.
Yeah. Well, it's interesting to me that, you know, I have to be punished so this never happens again. And when he says that, he doesn't mean election fraud. What he means is people protesting against election fraud.
Exactly right.
Yeah, protesting against the government in any way, for any reason.
Yep.
Yeah.
And, you know, I mean, and no matter how wrong it is, they continue to do this because it you know, at this point, they have to continue to push their narrative because they are so scared. The American patriots are waking up. As slow as it is, they are doing it.
Amen.
Yeah, there's no indication in my view that the powers that be of the deep state are going to suddenly decide, oh, I'm sorry, I've been wrong, I shouldn't have been doing this. They're going to keep going until somebody stops them.
That's right.
And it's only us to do it.
Amen.
Yep. Well, as I was heading out to go to my court date, shackled up, I was looking out the window and I was with Billy Cressman, and he said, hey, that's where they hold the vigil. So I got to see where you guys hang out in the evening.
All right, you got to see Freedom Corner. It's a beautiful corner
Yeah.
of DC. We've got this magnificent wall on one side, and then we've got this other magnificent wall on the other side.
Graveyard.
There's a graveyard with a bunch of dead bodies in it. And,
Yeah.
and it's,
Signers of the Declaration are in there, though.
the signers of the Declaration are in it. And
Oh, is that right? Oh, cool.
I know, I think so too.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's the safest corner in DC every night from about 6:45 to
Thank you
9:15.
guys, keeping us safe.
Good.
We have probably anywhere from 7 to 12 police cars out here just for us every night.
That's right.
And
Wow,
your
you like
random
these must be
better too.
dangerous.
Yeah, there's typically a couple of feds watching,
Insurrectionists.
so they don't necessarily have to be here. But if they think something's going to go down, there's a couple extra cars randomly.
Right.
Because
Well,
they're so
if-
worried
do we have-
about what we're going to say and what y'all are going to say. They're so worried about it.
That is right.
So if we have a couple minutes, I might ask you ladies what you thought of the prosecution telling the terrible words that I said to the police officer. Do you remember that?
Where she wasn't a lady. I don't
Yeah.
think that's a crime.
Exactly. Yeah. I could not believe that. I had to get up. And I'm not one that has to get up.
That's me.
That's usually Mickey. But when they were going on about what you were saying to the police, I was like, are you kidding me? I mean, I didn't even, I have no words.
Well, I was raised by a very religious family, so my entire life I've never sworn or cursed or blasphemed or anything. So I thought it was a little strange that they decided that my speech was unacceptable that day. You are not a lady. Oh dear.
Oh, dear's right.
Okay, well I just wanted to check with you ladies, make sure it wasn't that terrible. I didn't want to minimize what I said.
We weren't so bald or anything.
No, I was very proud of you.
I thought you conducted yourself with dignity, and I always appreciate that because, we have to stand strong and at least know why we were there that day. So sometimes when people go in there and give their allocution, it's kind of a hurtful situation. But, I appreciate you standing strong, and we know, knowing why you were there and what you did and what you didn't do. So
Yeah.
I'm proud of you.
Well,
And you
one
are
of the
close in our
things-
hearts and prayers.
Oh, thank you. One of the things that a lawyer said I should say is some kind of comment to the police. And since I didn't do anything to them, I couldn't apologize to them. But what I did say, I really mean that where I was, I never saw any protesters assault police, and I never saw the police assault protesters, which is good because they should have been professional. I mean, it was a protest. That's all it was, and so I felt like that's all I could say because that was the truth.
There you go.
Well, it's going to come to an end, sir, and, I have all belief that, the truth will out.
Do you have a give, send, go, Mr. Christensen?
No, I decided that other folks with more needs could do that. I have written a book, and it's not really a money raiser, but it has some thoughts about what I think we could do to help America. It's called Save the Kid, and it's available on. Yeah, so that's kind of the main thing. I was if I get any notice, that's what I would hope, that people would read the book and get some ideas of what we can do to help our country. We were able to sell our farm, and my wife settled into a house, so she's good. I'm retired. I'm just fine with eating prison food as long as I need to.
You have 1 minute remaining.
God bless you, Mr. Christensen. Thank you so much for, standing with such dignity for all of us that, on the January 6th and during your sentencing. I know your wife would be very, very proud of you. I know that we are.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that, and thank you for being out there and supporting us. It means a lot to everybody in here. I mean it.
We love you. We got you, Patriots.
That's right.
All right, thank you. Talk to you later. Bye.
The whole world got you.
That's right.
Hi, Joe. Hi, Carol. So thank everybody for joining us tonight. I could be standing on the corner in Dickinson, North Dakota right now. I think it's a minus 27. That's without the wind chill.
My people of this country and we're under attack. They banning us, they cancel us for speaking the facts. If you man enough, come stand with us, take USA back. And every time we pull up, all you're gonna see is American flags. American flags. American flags. And every time we pull up, all you're gonna see is American flags. Never gonna pretend that I give a damn. Anybody who's offended, come get it, we throwing hands. Anybody not trying to make America great again. You a pawn, you a cat, but you know where I stand. I'm a white boy with the middle fingers in the air. I don't give a fuck. You know white boys gonna hold me down anywhere. We think that you suck. My patriots the craziest. They ain't afraid of breaking fists on faces. If you really wanna taste of this, no safety tip. The same mistake is afraid to clip. I pray you miss, cause if you don't, they don't go back. Automatic smoke like tobacco.
No, Kim, I probably would not be on the corner.
I ain't never gonna take a knee for the anthem. Smack them. I don't give a damn, can't stand them. Gang full of randoms, fan with a handgun. Run up in your mansion, leave it all abandoned. I was raised to be brave till the grave. United States, we love the country that they be corrupting. Go woke and go broker if you ain't awake. My people of this country and we're under attack. They banning us, they cancel us for speaking the facts. If you man enough, come stand with us, take USA back. And every time we pull up, all you're gonna see is American flags. American flags. American flags. And every time we pull up, all you're gonna see is American flags. AKA Draco, leave you stankin', break your ankles. I'm not hearing what you saying. Hit the pavement, now you seeing angels. It get dangerous, go against the Patriots. Got all the bangers. Take a look inside my closet. You gon' see way more than hangers, hammers like I do construction. Ammo, I'ma shoot at something. Why you think we own these guns so we can just go do some hunting? You must not pay close attention.
Ladies got the idea, get out there and wave the flag and get warm.
I guarantee we come out with it. Let my flag fly high like eagles. I would die for all my people. You can't check me with procedures. I'm about freedom, you about evil. Leave you hanging from the ceiling like chandeliers in cathedrals. Never have the safety on it. When we run out, we just reload. My people of this country and we're under attack. They banning us, they cancel us for speaking the facts. If you man enough, come stand with us, take USA back. And every time we pull up, all you're gonna see is American flags. American flags. American flags. And every time we pull up, all you're gonna see is American flags. Every time we pull up, you see stars, you see stripes, you see flags on the cars and the trucks and the bikes. Every time we pull up, we go hard, we outside, we got flags on our arms that are tatted there for life. Every time we pull up, we don't care if you mad. We cherish this land. The haters can't get buried in rags. They set fire to old glory, turning fabric to ash. But every
Reed's booking number is 386516 if anybody would like to donate to his commissary tablet.
American flags. And every time we pull up, all you're gonna see is American flags.
What brand are those gloves, Storm?
I've been running in circles.
I don't know.
Jumping the
I can look when I got home. I got the box.
Getting caught in that rush of doing so much. I'm feeling kind of worn out. All this checking the boxes, trying to be flawless, has me spinning my head, catching my breath. Too afraid to slow down. I tell myself to keep this up, that God wants more than just my love. But I've been complicating things. It's just like me to overthink. Gotta keep it real simple, keep it real simple. Bring everything right back to ground zero. Cause it all comes down to this: love God and love people. Believe in the world that keeps breaking. But if we wanna find a way to change it, it all comes down to this: love God and love people. Oh, this is freedom, this is freedom. The keys to the kingdom. Knowing life will be fine when love can be love. Cause love is what it's all about. I tell myself to keep this up, that all God wants is just my love. No more complicating things, no more need to overthink. Gotta keep it real simple, keep it real simple. Bring everything right back to ground zero. Cause it all comes down to this: love God and love people. Believe in the world that keeps breaking. But if we wanna find a way to change it, it all comes down to this: love God and love people. Love is patient, love is kind, rescues hearts and changes lives. Love is all we need to make things right. Gotta keep it real simple. It's really so simple. Gotta keep it real simple, keep it real simple. Bring everything right back to ground zero. Cause it all comes down to this: love God and love people. Believe in the world that keeps breaking. But if we wanna find a way to change it, it all comes down to this: love God and love people.
She knows how to stay warm. She's out there waving that flag.
Here's the problem with America, the country is broken. Cause they minds stay closed, but they mouths stay open. Get attacked and we blame terrorists, go broken, we blame the price. Blame racists for the racism, but only if his skin is white. If we don't need guns, cause we can call the police. We don't need fire extinguishers, call a fireman please. We didn't want to build a wall and now the border is weak. Your favorite actor has a gate that's like 15 feet. Racism is gay if you're offended, that's retarded. Intolerance is great until you speak and you're a target. If a white man paints his face black, he's a racist piece of garbage. But you put him in a dress and he's courageous and he's gorgeous. All these double standards, man, I'm tired of the noise. Freedom's an illusion if they censor your voice. Call a dad a deadbeat for neglecting his boys. But a mom kills a baby and you call it pro-choice. You act like you're so much better than us. Yeah, we know that. Who told you that you're so special? To a new world order. Your facts ain't facts without censoring us. Yeah, we know that. Good job, you lose, here's your medal. To a new world order. Why they hate the flag, they try to burn it to the ground. Don't do that in front of me, I'ma let off a round. Pow, scream loud, burn the city down now. Put it on the news, make them all feel proud. Look, make a system where 85% of black people fill the prison. Is it cause they black or they make bad decisions? I ain't good at math, but it seems like it's division. Or is it white privilege? I believe politicians need to be locked up. Try to take our freedoms, that's how you get shot up. Got our back against the wall, try to just stop us. More guns, more ammunition, please stock up. Election gets rigged, rights get infringed. Take this syringe, frighten your kids, show up right where you live. Make me wanna grab a rifle and just go. You act like you're so much better than us. Yeah, we know that. Who told you that you're so special? To a new world order. Your facts ain't facts without censoring us. Yeah, we know that. Good job, you lose, here's your medal. To a new world order. And everyone blames white folks for every little bit bitty thing. We don't have no one to blame, we take responsibility. They tell you be a man, then call it toxic masculinity. Then when you act too feminine, they call it white fragility. I don't understand trans man with humility. I'm just trying to raise my kid the best of my ability. If I disagree, you try to cancel, get rid of me. You cancel, you can't be the answer, you killing me. I hate white supremacy just as much as you, but I ain't feeling guilty for something I didn't do. The system's killing everyone, it sucks, but it's true. They kill you, then they broadcast and call it the news. Or the brainwash you through social media feeds. And if you disagree, delete you immediately. Make America China pretty easy to see. I will always remember the land of the free. You act like you're so much better than us. Yeah, we know that. Who told you that you so special? You a new world order. Your facts ain't facts without censoring us.
Hey, Christina.
Can you hear me all right?
Yeah, I wasn't ready.
Kid said he is.
It's all good. Do you need a second?
No, I'm good now.
Second's over.
Yeah, I got
Great.
it. I'm all good now.
Awesome. What's new? How are you guys doing over there?
We're pretty good. Nicole built a wall, and we found out that walls work.
Oh, really? So Nicole, she built the wall all on her own? You guys help her with the wall?
Well, I have been enjoying it with her. We have these little propane heaters, and so she built a little wall, and it kept the heat in, and miraculously kept the cold air out. I don't know. It's this weird thing that happens when you build walls.
Walls work.
Walls work.
God, good. That's great. It's good to hear. Yeah, I know it's some days are colder than others here. I noticed that. It can really, go up and down. So, I'm happy you guys are bearing the storm right now. So,
We bear
so
it
to
with
speak.
y'all.
That's right. We bear it with you.
Amen.
Yes. So I always appreciate you out there and doing what you guys do. Anything new in particular? Anything you want to talk about?
Well,
Dom, I got something to share here. Actually, hold on a second.
Hey guys, I didn't want to jump in on Frank's time, but I just saw an article, and I need to read this for you guys. Sleepy Joe Biden is marking the 100 days in captivity for hostages held by Hamas. And I just want to read you this quote and see what you guys think about it. He said, "Today we mark a devastating and tragic milestone, 100 days of captivity for more than 100 innocent people. For 100 days, they have existed in fear for their lives, not knowing what tomorrow will bring. For 100 days, their families have lived in agony, praying for the safe return of their loved ones. And for each of those 100 days, the hostages and their families have been at the forefront of my mind as my national security team and I have worked nonstop to try and secure their freedom. I know men in this pod with me that have been here for over 1,000 days."
That's right.
And I'm gonna hand the phone back to Frank, but I wanted to let you guys know where Sleepy Joe's head's at right now. It's not on those of us in here. It's on people around the world. And he's marking 100 days. There's men in here that have been here for over 1,000 days.
That's right.
And that's all I had to say. I'll talk to you guys soon. It's Dominic Box. Here's Frank Rocco Justino.
All right.
I am back.
Hey, Frank.
Yeah, you can tell Dom's fired up, and
stereo.
rightfully so. Clearly there's special treatment, for J6ers, but we already knew that,
Yes, we do. So I just wanted to add a little bit to what he was saying about the 100 days of captivity. There's an American journalist by the name of Gonzalo Lira. He was murdered by Zelensky's regime in Ukraine for speaking out against them. He's dead, so there won't be any coming home for him.
Hold on, when was he killed? Because I actually was watching some of his videos last year, so that's actually terrible to hear.
Tucker just reported this 22 hours ago. His father said his
Wow.
son had died in a Ukrainian prison where he was being held for the crime of criticizing the Zelensky Biden government.
I read that, yeah.
Oh my God! Yeah, now I was one. So I for many years was working alongside a Ukrainian woman. She has a.
You have 1 minute remaining.
Damn, I didn't realize this is my free call. I know I'm gonna have to call you guys back, but yeah. So I've been working with a Ukrainian woman
for many, many years, not anymore in New York, but she's a very successful dental business, and she came here to escape Ukraine. And she would tell you straight up when Russia first invaded Ukraine, she was actually hoping that Russia would liberate the Ukrainians.
Sure.
And she says that they're very, very corrupt over there. That the mainstream idea of what Ukraine is, as far as politically, is completely backwards. And this is someone who actually lived in Ukraine, was raised there, and I worked with her for many, many years. Working out of her office as a massage therapist. So I'm going to try to call you guys back and continue this conversation. I apologize that I forgot that this was my first call to Sunday. So I will call you back in a sec, Tammy, okay? All right, be right back.
There's a Marine in Russia that's been there for 3 years, and they traded that basketball. And they traded that basketball player. Freed her instead of him.
You're more of a patriot to this country than you'll ever be.
Well, we know that good job you lose is your medal to a new world order.
My daddy was a soldier in a foreign war, but he doesn't like to talk about it anymore. He kept a picture of my mama right by his heart. He gave you one last look before.
Oh, no, can't do that one. There you go.
Sunshine go away today. Don't feel much dancing. Some man's gone, he's trying to run.
Girly, girly, man.
He tells me I better get in.
What's that sticker?
To Frank again. I had some technical difficulties, and I wanted to clarify. I feel for anybody that's in captivity, whether it's 5 days, 20 days, 100 days, but I have an especially soft spot for the men and the women that are around us in here that have been here for over 1,000 days. It's absolutely unconscionable to even think about that, because some of these men are individuals that have not taken pleas, that have never been adjudicated in a courtroom to have engaged in anything other than protected First Amendment activities. And so while Sleepy Creepy Joe is out worried about what's going on around the world, know that not even miles away, there are men and even women that have been here for over 1,000 days. And one good thing is, I know the man I'm about to hand the phone off to is about to be on his way out of here. There are a couple other guys that, from what I hear, might be getting bond very soon, so we're excited for them. But never forget, Americans, Canadians, Mexicans, anybody out there listening, that right here in Washington, D.C., not far from Sleepy Creepy Joe Biden, are individuals that have spent over 1,000 days in captivity. Yep. I'll pass it off to Frank Rocco Justino.
Thank you.
I am back again.
Hi,
Frank. Hi. So it's great to have them on the phone. I'll get back to what I was saying about, but yes, no, I agree. It typically seems to be that, certain people on a certain side of the political aisle, they tend to gaslight and project, what they're really doing, onto other people. And the treatment is, it's just very communistic,
Tell them what happened at the White House last night,
opposing
Sherry.
political faction to them. It's not being treated the same way, and then they project all that. So I agree with what Dom just said wholeheartedly. I really hope that these guys get out soon. It breaks my heart because I'm leaving soon. I should be out here within the next couple weeks. No release date yet, which is very strange. But it really is going to bother me when I'm going home to know that a lot of these good men in here are, still not going to know, certainty. They're not going to know when they're actually getting out. But if you're going to ask me, I think, or at least I hope it's going to be very soon. I can't imagine this going on much longer. I'm very skeptical there's even going to be an election. We'll see what really happens, and that's just because of, political reasons. I think crazy. You know, we had quite the start to the year with the ballot fiasco, you know, late last year. So yeah, but I just I care more than anything about the well-being of you know, my fellow Americans in here, and you know, just don't forget about them. You know, and I know you guys aren't, but I don't want anyone else to.
Absolutely, brother. And we know that everyone that comes out of there is destined to do great things. And we hope that all of you that get out do continue to fight for those that are still incarcerated unjustly, and make sure that their voices are heard around the world.
Absolutely. You know, for anyone listening right now, my name is Frank Rocco Justino, and I'm always open to interviews and talking about the experience that I've had since J6, including, you know, being in the DC gulag for this period of time, short period of time, but in here nonetheless. And I will, you know, always be honest and tell the truth, and give you my perspective, and also think of solutions on how we could avoid these atrocities from happening, you know, furthermore, to anybody, no matter what their beliefs are. Because I certainly, if the shoe was on the other foot, I wouldn't want this for my worst enemies. This is not a humane way of dealing.
You have 1 minute remaining.
This is not a humane way of dealing with our disagreements. So, but yeah, so we'll see. We'll just got to take it a day at a time, and we'll just see what comes out of the pipeline.
Absolutely. And I'm not sure if you guys have heard about the protest that was at the White House last night and all day yesterday. There was probably 5,000 to 10,000 pro-Hamas and pro-Palestinian protesters trying to break down the walls, the fences around the White House. And there was only one arrest of a man that pulled a knife. They were trying to break down the fences. All non-essential personnel were evacuated from the White House. And one arrest. They were throwing things at the cops. They were throwing flags. They were throwing rocks. And one arrest because there was a knife pulled. It's unbelievable.
Thank you for using Greta gonna get you. Greta got you, Sherry.
She got me.
That's right.
That's
okay.
That
It was a short
fascist-
phone call. It hardly
That
counts.
fascist Greta.
She is fascist. No free speech.
Long way down, ain't it, Storm?
Yep.
It's 10 layers I got on my clothes.
That's all I got 8 t-shirts on.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I'm so uncomfortable. I hate that.
He can't even run his own life. I'll be damned if you run mine. Sunshine, sunshine, go away today. I don't feel much like dancing. Some man's gone, he's tried to run my life. You don't know what he's asking.
Thank you all for being out here. Sorry I can't read your chats and stuff there on the other ones. Rumble and YouTube, I mean, Getter. Just take the gloves off every time.
It has like different.
Hi, Denise. Yeah, but not even a peep from the MSM. That's right. Yeah, she's a dirty, rotten, no gooder. That is true, Hossie.
Hello.
Hello, Patriots. How are you?
Oh, doing great.
How are you doing, Chris?
Well, first, I'd like to apologize about the brief wait, but you know, I mean, I hope the wait was worth it because you know it was Frank. I'm only here for misdemeanors, Cristino or whatever his name is, and you know, he is the Catalina freaking wine mixer of Patriots. Okay, so you guys are just lucky. You guys are lucky that he graced us with his infinite words of wisdom. Let me tell you, living the last 90 days, or it's 60 days in or 90 days in, I'm not sure which one it is, but it's been spectacular. So
I know you're gonna miss him, Chris. You could just say that.
Anyway, I'm sorry. What did you say?
I said I know you're gonna miss him. You could just tell him that.
Oh yeah. Oh, believe me, I do, and a couple of the other guys do every day. No, Frank's an all right guy. He's just, he's 31, going on 21.
That's nothing. I'm 66, going on 12.
So y'all are getting along like brothers. That's good. That's good.
He throws a big shadow for being 104 pounds at 5'6".
Stop picking on your little brother, Chris.
Is that soaking wet?
He got mad at me. He got mad at me. I said,
Your mustache alone is bigger than Frank, I think.
What's that?
I said I think your mustache alone is bigger than Frank.
What a glorious mustache it is, if I say so myself.
It's the best mustache I've ever seen on a page.
We're all.
Hey,
go ahead.
No, I went right after I came in and saw you in visitation. I mean, not visit, you know what I mean. I was there and I saw you and your mustache all twisted up on the ends like that. And then I went back to California to visit my family, and everybody in California had those mustaches. What the
I was
hell
told
is
it's
going
like
on?
the new thing. Listen, I was rocking that mustache 10 years ago.
Oh, so you started this.
All right.
You
Well,
started
Yeah,
this.
when mustache rides were well, never mind.
What I've seen in DC, I would be very careful about wearing the stash outside.
Yeah, well, so I was told it's like the new hipster lip car thing to do. So, I'm blending in well. I'm blending in well. What can I say?
Yeah, I'm just saying, when you get out, really look at the audience.
Listen, ladies. I was faithful for 15 years of marriage, all right? That's all I have to say. So that part is a check off. Second thing, by the time I'm out of prison in 1 to 20 years, I'll be able to do 100 push-ups without stopping. And just those are the two things I'm going on. All right.
I'm gonna put that on your singles profile.
That's it.
Chris, Guy is so convinced that he's getting out because of everything that he keeps sending me lists of things like, so when you come to pick me up, and I'm like, okay, be right there, baby. We're on our way.
I already
Listen, you know what?
They're not.
Listen. God bless you, ladies, for standing strong. Because it's a hard all bullshit aside, it's gotta be hard out there, right? And unfortunately my wife didn't. But we had a 8-week-old baby boy, and I was yanked from my house, and I didn't even want to go here with it today. I'd actually had other people that I wanted to talk about. But who's better than me? All serious, but it's really hard. It's equally as hard on people outside as it is inside, and it's we'll see how the case goes. But I am going at this point. This is my 2 cents, Judge McFadden. So gear up. I know I've said, I'm going to go on the record and I'm not going to say things, or I'm going to say things that you're not going to like. Oh, watch out. Because at this point, I don't give a crap. If you tell me to shut up and I'm about to get 60 months, I don't care. My guidelines are 14 to 19 years. My guidelines are 14 to 19 years. At this point, my mom's going through cancer treatment right now. My dad's 80. So he's dead one way or the other, right? So, well, my point is, whether it's 14 or 19 years, he's done.
Right.
You've already taken my wife. You've already taken my child.
Right.
I don't care. If this was the FBI's, like, hey, you know, we really need to hammer these guys, even though we let America burn for the past 6 months, we really need, you know, nothing says elected official, like, you know, now saying that we're kings and queens, and you've crossed the line when we let you enter the Capitol building, because, you know, we had it 8 to 12 weeks prior. We knew that there was going to be an undocumented. Let's use the correct words here. Undocumented protest. Is that what they're calling all of the other ones that they knew was going to happen with all of the pro terrorist? I mean, pro Hamas. Protests that they all wore the same shirt and everyone else. And I'd love to know if she's facing 22 years, let alone 32, what the government's asking. Right. All of this all comes into light. I just sent Persecuted Patriot out to 4 strong people. It's the only 4 copies that I had. I sent it out to Trump, the Speaker Mike Johnson. I sent it out to, I don't know, 2 other people. Troy Niels. No, not Troy Niels. Someone else who's really helping us out. And then, what's that?
Loudermilk.
No, so anyway, my point is, forget about, I'm wasting too much time. Listen, print out the Persecuted Patriot. It's on the Northern X Sentinel. It's also on Gateway Pundit. All right, print it out. Right, make sure you throw my name on it because there was a slight collaboration, but I'm not gonna. I at this point throw my name on it. I don't care. Someone's got to go down for it. I'm not gonna have anyone else go down for it. It's gonna be me. I wrote 99.9% of it anyway. Send it to these individuals. All right, certified mail. Make sure they get it, and say, hey guys, listen. Quaglin wanted to make sure that you guys got this because he doesn't trust the DC jail to do anything, including send out federally protected mail. Okay, because the warden certainly isn't getting my messages. Okay, I just spoke to Lieutenant today, which is what the whole reason why I wanted to talk. I know I'm joking around. ADD. Sorry, guys. ADD. So the whole reason why I wanted to talk to you guys today is because Taki had a very nice letter written out. I know it's out there. I know it's on Telegram and everything else. Call. Who is it? Jones or? Do you guys not know what I'm talking about? Call the marshal in charge. Call the marshal in charge. Let's get Taki and Jackson back here. It's absolutely ridiculous what they're doing, and this shield just does what the fuck it wants. Excuse my French, I'm sorry. Does whatever it wants, when it wants. I spoke to the lieutenant who, after Maccabee was sprayed by Landerkin, the lieutenant that threw a mask on him, and he was sprayed with pepper spray or OC spray because he walked out to get medication without a mask on. He wasn't COVID positive. He wasn't COVID positive. We were in isolation for 23 hours a day at that point. Completely ridiculous. Okay, so she was the one who threw, I forget her name, Lieutenant, we'll call her Lieutenant Mohawk right now. Hines, Lieutenant Hines, I think. Hines or Haynes. So she, Hayes, Lieutenant Hayes. I told her 3 things today when she came. Hines, Lieutenant Hines. So I told her 3 times, three different things. One, what about my knee? And she goes, well, I'm not medical. I can't answer that. She was more interested in the Cowboys getting their ass kicked than anything else. So anyway, and I hope they do just for that reason because she's a big Cowboys fan. One, I told her, what about my knee? She goes, well, I'm not medical. That's not my job description. I said, oh, okay, that's funny. This is also the woman who's, put your mask on. Put your mask on. All right, so she's worried about putting masks on, but then she's security. Okay, great. How about this? The IGP department isn't answering IGPs. It's our only line it's our only way of saying anything about sexual harassment, about mistreatment, about anything. So you know what? Everyone needs to call the marshal's office and call Marshall, whoever's in charge. Please say it after I'm off of here. I know Taki sent it all over. Call this marshal. Say, listen, I don't even like Worrell, but Worrell missed a cancer appointment, right? It's unacceptable. Okay, last week, 2 weeks ago. Okay, I've been waiting to get my knee checked out, and they're like, oh, well, your knee's getting better. Yeah, well, people walk around with busted ACLs all the time. After 4.5 months or 3.5, 4 months, I would expect my knee to get a little bit better. But that's besides the point. I've already had knee surgery on it to fix my meniscus once. So it needs to be fixed. It needs to have an MRI, not 4 or 5 months after all the scar tissue. Now they have to cut out the scar tissue. Yeah. This is crazy.
Yeah.
Okay? And on top of that, and then Taki and Jackson are gone. Still. They just ripped them out of the pod. Hey guys, you're leaving. Investigation. Great. Give me paperwork on it. Contact my lawyers. Talk to my lawyers about it. How many days is the investigation? Nothing. Nope. They're going to do what they want, when they want, how they want. Listen, the marshals need to get their asses back in here, and they need to give. Okay, and I'm not talking about, well, these guys are let out now all day. Okay, great. Why aren't we allowed programs? Why can't we better ourselves? Why are we automatically maximum security level? Why are we being told, oh, well, you're involuntary PC? Why are we being told that? But then they bring around these green slips. Oh, sign this, sign this, sign this. No, I'm not going to sign this. Why was my level brought from a 3 to a 14? And it said flat on it, January 6th detaining plus 11 points. These are all serious things. Why are we not allowed a printer? Why can I not send documents out pro se? Why are you denying me evidence.com for 11 months or 8 months, 9 months?
You have 1 minute remaining.
Why did I get removed back in 21? I want to know the reasons. And I'm not going to let the judge sweep this under the fucking rug. Okay? I'm going to make him. I want the marshal there. I know the FBI's listening to this. Good. I want the marshal there. Because I already, Brown is his name, I believe.
Yeah, Deputy Brown.
Deputy Brown. Okay? I want him there. Because I already caught him lying once when he said the reason why I was removed from Rappahannock jail. And I want some lawyers to stand up and say, hey guys, you got some serious cases here. Let's talk about it. Amen. Send a letter of intent. Listen, Patriots, we love you. Thank you so much for giving us a voice.
We love
you. Back. All the way.
Where are the lawyers?
Where are they at, though?
That is a good question. Where are they at, though?
They're not.
No?
I mean, there's no lawyers. There's very few.
Yeah, like we said yesterday, I know my client was bad, but he wasn't the worst one out there. It's not a great defense.
No.
No, and especially when every prosecutor in every case is painting every defendant as if they were the
tip of the
spear, the match that lit the flame, and
the gasoline on the fire.
Yeah, the gasoline on the fire, and you were the wolf. that the sheep was being led to slaughter to, and all that. Every single defendant is, you know, the worst of the worst of the worst in every case, and I just find it very, you know, very hard to believe.
It is. And, you know, these guys that are being detained here in the D.C. jail, and I know this from guys' time inside here, is that many of these guards believe that they're murderers. Yeah. They call them that. And I will say, as far as Guy's experience, once he's been in BOP, a lot of the inmates view the Jan 6ers a bit differently than they view other prisoners, because there's a great majority that see Jan 6 for what it is. So, but these guards inside here, and guards in lots of these other facilities view our Jan 6ers as murderers, you know, because they believe the lie that officers were killed that day. And it is a lie that's perpetuated by judges in these federal courtrooms. So, you know, they talk often about the big lie, and the big lie that they talk about is the election lie. Our big lie is all the rest of it. I mean, you know, they lie about all of the rest of it. So these patriots inside DOC have a very hard reality. And so that, you know, your messages and all those things y'all bring to them mean a lot.
Hi, Metalis. Thank you so much for the Give, Send, and Go. Also, you, Kim, thank you for the Give, Send, and Go. Hi, No Whining.
Sherry, would you like to do the roll call? Sure. Sherry says sure.
Sure.
You know, you can get it on your phone through our webpage.
She's using it.
Not while you're streaming, you can't.
Do we have Olivia and them on our roll call?
Huh?
Do we have Olivia Pollock and them on our roll call?
I don't know. We're about to find out.
Hi, Kara.
There's a new roll call. There's a new roll call that's been updated, but I'm not sure who's on there. Better keep it moving before it sacks out on you.
Oh no.
Keep your finger on the button.
Okay, it's time for the roll call. Lives lost on January 6th. Ashley Babbitt, Roseanne Boylan, Kevin Greason, Benjamin Phillips, and the following day, Officer Brian Sicknick. Rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
Those detained: Justin Adams, Michael Adams,
Hero.
Thomas Adams,
Hero.
Tommy Allen,
Hero.
Chris Albert,
Hero.
Russell Alfred,
Hero.
Noah Bacon,
Hero.
Edward Badalion,
Hero.
Daniel Ball,
Hero.
Thomas Ballard,
Hero.
Logan Barnhart, Richard Barnett,
Hero.
Pauline Bauer,
Hero.
Julio Bequero,
Hero.
Matthew Bedingfield,
Hero.
Luke Bender,
Hero.
Joe Biggs,
Hero.
Aiden Billiard,
Hero.
Chris Bingert,
Hero.
Joshua Black,
Hero.
Matthew Bledsoe,
Hero.
Kenneth Bonowitz,
Hero.
Dominic Box,
Hero.
Brandon Bradshaw,
Hero.
Larry Brock,
Hero.
Jeffrey Brown,
Hero.
Jeremy Brown,
Hero.
Mark Brew,
Hero.
Daniel Caldwell,
Hero.
William Calhoun,
Hero.
Jared Cantrell,
Hero.
Jacob Clark,
Hero.
Cal Clayton,
Hero.
Stephen Capuccio,
Hero.
Matthew Caspel,
Hero.
Donald Chilcote,
Hero.
Shondell Chilcote,
Hero.
Billy Cressman,
Hero.
Reed Christensen,
Hero.
Dylan Cronin,
Hero.
Joshua Colt,
Hero.
Mason Corson,
Hero.
Bruno Kua,
Hero.
Matthew De Silva,
Hero.
Nicholas DeCarlo,
Hero.
Nathan DeGraves,
Hero.
David Dempsey,
Hero.
Lucas Denny,
Hero.
Robert Dennis,
Hero.
Timothy DeJargan,
Hero.
Michael Dickinson,
Hero.
Charles Donahoe,
Hero.
Joshua Doolin,
Hero.
Israel Easterday,
Hero.
Michael Eckerman,
Hero.
James Elliott,
Hero.
Daniel Eggvet,
Hero.
Isaiah Farnsworth,
Hero.
Brandon Fellows,
Hero.
Kyle Fitzsimon,
Hero.
Kevin Galetto,
Hero.
Mitchell Gardner,
Hero.
Robert Gieswine,
Hero.
David Geetson, Vincent Gillespie, Frank Castino, Vitaly Joskinkowski, Jeffrey Grace, James Grant, Matthew Green, Christopher Greider, Tony Griffin, Brian Gunderson, Joseph Hackett, Stacy Hager, Timothy Hale, Kenneth Harrelson, Johnny Harris, Richard Harris, Joshua Haynes, Donald Hazard, Albuquerque Head, Andrew Hernandez, Joshua Hernandez, Eric Herrera, Joseph Howell, Joshua Hughes, Jared Hughes, Joseph Hutchinson, Brian Jackson, Shane Jenkins, Douglas Jensen, Justin Jersey, Joshua Johnson, Taylor Jonatakis, David Judd, Leo Kelly, Ryan Kelly, Julian Cater, Frederico Klein, Matthew Kroll, Nicholas Langren, Daniel Layden, Joseph Layden, Lucas Lentz, Michael Lockwood, Joshua Lawler, Kevin Lyons, Marcus Malley, Christian Manley, Cody Matisse, James Malt, Christopher Moyer, Mark Mazza, Ronald Maccabee, Patrick McCoffey, James McGrew, Sean McHugh, Jeffrey McKellop, James McNamara, Connie Meggs, Kelly Meggs, Jonathan Mellis, Rodney Millstreet, Matthew Ryan Miller, Scott Miller, Jordan Mink, Robert Menuda, Landon Mitchell, David Marshall, Robert Moores, Christopher Moynihan, Jonathan Monafo, Daryl Neely, Ryan Nichols, Christine Niemela, Gregory Nix, Ethan Nordine, Nicholas Ox, Grady Owens, Jason Owens, Joseph Padilla, Robert Palmer, Michael Perkins, Dominic Cazzola, Daniel Phipps, Mark Ponder, Jonathan Pollock, Olivia Pollock, Rachel Powell, Sean Price, Joshua Pruitt, Chris Quaglin, Barry Ramey, Guy Reffitt, Zach Reel, Nariana Reiner, Stuart Rhodes, Howard Richardson, George Riley, Thomas Robertson, Michael Robertson, Michael Roche, Jonathan Rockholt, Daniel Rodriguez, Greg Rubenacker, Jeffrey Sable, Ryan Samsel, Ronald Sandlin, Salvador Sandoval, Robert Sanford, Peter Schwartz, Daniel Scott, Christian Secor, Hunter Seafried, Kevin Seafried, Gratian Sorrell, Alexander Shepard, Thomas Sibick, Jeffrey Sills, Mahala Sly, Charles Smith, Tommy Smith, Kelly Sorrell, Audrey Southern, Hatchet Speed, Yvonne St. Croix, Peter Stagger, Shelley Stallings, Patrick Stedman, Laura Steele, Tristan Stevens, John Strand, Tara Stoudemire, Isaac Sturgeon, Andrew Taki, Enrique Tario, Curtis Tate, George Tenney, Jacob Therese, Isaac Thomas, Devlin Thompson, Dustin Thompson, Edward Vallejo, Salvador Vasalis, Jason Wallace, Eric Scott Warner, Jessica Watkins, William Watson, Matthew Webler, Thomas Webster, Bradley Weeks, Sandra Weir, Jack Witten, Anthony Williams, Riley Williams, Timothy Williams, Duke Wilson, Riley Wilden, Shane Woods, Chris Worrell, John Wright, Gregory Yetman, Isaac Yoder, Kyle Young, and those we've lost to suicide: Christopher Georgia, Matthew Perna, Mark Angst, and George Meacham. Rest in peace. Now say her name. Ashley Babbitt! Ashley Babbitt! Ashley Babbitt! Ashley Babbitt, Ashley Babbitt, Ashley Babbitt, Ashley Babbitt.
Thank you, Sherry.
We know Ashley Babbitt was a victim. I'm screaming USA, free the real Jan Sixers. She's a patriot who was let down by the system. I'm screaming for the fallen, so nobody will forget them. Air Force veteran, wrapped in a Trump
Remember when
like it's Trump
Valentine had that
24.
bubble?
You know we
Remember?
about to run it back. Nothing will stop us. We about to get it right. They can try and try, but the storm is here from dawn to light. Could never feel your pain, but just know your daughter's life won't be taken in vain. Shout out Sarah McAfee, yeah, I'm sending you straight. I hope they let your husband out of that prison today. Ashley served in Afghanistan, she served in Iraq, and she died for her country from a senseless attack. Yeah, we waiting for justice, cause Ashley was innocent. Mainstream will cover it, they all just too ignorant. If a white girl shot a black man, they would say that's different, but the story didn't fit the agenda they pitching. Rest in peace, Ashley Babbitt. We feeling your energy. Say her name, Ashley Babbitt. This song's for your memory. Rest in peace.
Thank you for using.
You're welcome.
Hey, Jeff.
Hey, welcome, welcome. How are you guys this evening?
Beautiful. We're great.
What did she say? Beautiful?
That's what Sherry said, and Redmond said we're
Warm
great.
and great.
All right. Well, they're obviously humble and modest. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I'm doing
Almost,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
almost as humble as Swagling.
Yes, yes, yes. Takes all kinds. Takes all kinds. Hey, just so you know, tonight is a Sunday night Flicking for Freedom night. We missed last week. That was my bad. So in 3.5 minutes, if you love your freedom, please flick your lights at 9 o'clock.
We didn't forget it last week on Stormtroopers.
We'll be out here multitasking like a sumbitch.
That's right. All right. Let's see. News-wise, tease you. I got not a lot. I'm going to start out with a small one here, and that is that Trump showed up at his rally in Indianola, Iowa, wearing a white hat, which the Qers in here are like, oh, he's a white hat. Duh. So, hey, that's a tiny one. Anyways, it is 8:57. Let me give the 3-minute warning. Hold on. 3 minutes! 3 minutes!
It was a caucus chief hat, and Sherry Sherry wants to tell you something. So here's Sherry.
Sure.
I'm not sure if you guys heard about the protest at the White House last night. They did have to evacuate all non-essential personnel. There was probably 5,000 to 10,000 people there. They were trying to tear down the fences. One guy during the march yesterday pulled a knife, and he was the only one arrested for the entire day. And they were throwing flags, rocks, and all
Water bottles
at the police.
Which we all know in the hands of a J6er is a deadly weapon.
That's right.
But not the pro-Palestinians.
There was no peaceful transfer of power going on.
Oh, okay. So
Not even
yeah, there was
because-
no peaceful transfer.
Because the occupant wasn't in the White House.
Right, it's almost time to sing, y'all.
Well, and flick your lights, of course.
Lights, of course.
Yes, yes,
Double,
and
we missed
we're
last
gonna.
week. Flick them double.
Yep, and say again.
No, I just said we have to flick them double since we missed last week.
Flick them double. Yes, flick them double. Double flick. Absolutely. Double flick those lights. And one of the things that we're talking about is when Trump's trial starts, which is supposed to be March 4th, is just let it be known that we're going to be asking people to flick the lights every single day.
Amen.
Every single night at 9 p.m. That's what we're going to do. So, yeah. And we have 1 minute until the anthem, so let me give the 1 minute warning, and I'm going to pull my ear things out, and we're going to move forward. So get ready to sing and to flick. Hold on.
1 minute!
1 minute!
1 minute, pass it back there. There's nobody to pass it back behind me.
Tammy's chair. I bet you Tammy's the chair kicker. I bet she was.
Never
She
do
probably
that.
Me, la, 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 la.
Me.
Mr. Paul, have it. La, 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 la. La, 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 la. Almost there. La, 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 la. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Oh, and you sing my God, I'm so proud to be here. That's why I'm
Still there. J6.
Hold on, we got a special guest here, Mr. Frank.
Hey, Frank.
Hey guys, it's Quago. Sorry, I found my tablet and I did want everyone. We are doing a Taki's a great guy. All right, I don't care who says what about him online. Taki's a great guy. So is Jackson. So Deputy Marshal Brown, his number is 202-772-0301. That is 202-772-0301. These guys were placed in punitive restricting housing without due process, not informed of what this, quote, placed under investigation, quote, is, not given charges or told anything within 48 hours as required by policy, not given hearing by Housing Board in 72 hours as policy, based off of policy violations. I think it's 7 days. I think Taki's actually wrong, but a hearing within 7 days. It could be 72 hours. So, based off of policy violations by detainee Isaac Thomas, who is breaking policy by law and profiting off of slander using jail communication devices, punishing us while clear illegitimacy by other persons who's supposed to get out on bond, yet he is currently breaking known policies of said bond by profiting off this. This is warden for the jail. I don't know what that means. This is the warden for the jail. Deputy Warden Vic. Her number is 202-523-7010. That's 202-523-7010. Kelly, Kelly .bick@bc.gov. Please just stick to the facts. It's complete BS. It's just we're just trying to get these guys back here. There's no reason why they got taken out. So anyway, sorry. Here's Sable, guys. Listen, we love you guys. Thank you so much for giving us a voice. All right, let's after we get let's get us out of here. Let's get Trump in, and then let's change the federal jail system.
Amen.
Amen.
Right on, guys. You guys still there?
We are right here.
No. Okay. All right. Sorry, it's a little loud in here. We're not in Mr. Ball's office. What do you guys got for news? Anything?
Tammy does. I do have a couple of things. So one thing I have is this should be a surprise to no one because our Republicans are spineless cowards. The Republican-led House of Representatives has given the Biden administration every single funding bill they asked for. Every single time. And now the Senate Republicans agreed to no border wall, 5,000 illegals per day, raised legal immigration to 50,000 per year, and $735 million to help illegals find a path to citizenship. That's story number one.
Yeah.
Story number two
Insanity.
is it looks like Georgia is taking one big step closer towards the truth about the 2020 election. Over a dozen state senators have sponsored and filed a bill to remove corrupt Secretary of State Brad Raffensperger from the state election board. These senators will then investigate his involvement in the 2020 cover-up. So that's number two. And then, hold on, I'm looking for the third one. Oh, inside source reveals Joint Chiefs of Staff Chairman General Mark Milley delayed National Guard response to January 6th and then lied about it.
No.
No way.
Exactly.
No way.
Yes, Colonel Earl G. Matthews, who served as the senior legal advisor to Major General William J. Walker, the leader of the Washington, D.C. National Guard during the events of January 6th, had directed criticism towards former chair of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, General Mark Milley. Matthews has accused Milley of failing to adequately control the protests that occurred on that day, and additionally, Matthews drew a comparison between Milley, now retired, and the fictional character Don Emilio Brazzini from The Godfather, portraying Milley in a similar light to the character who was a key adversary of Don Vito Corleone in the movie.
Well, there you go.
Well, thank you for doing the homework and coming up with some good stuff. I've got one thing. Good.
The last one is that American journalist Gonzalo Lira has been murdered in Ukraine for his criticism of the Zelensky-Biden regime. So he's dead.
Wow.
And did we talk about the Texas National Guard reclaiming their borders and icing out the Border Patrol, and the federal government is suing the Texas government because they are not following their instructions. So Texas is taking back the border. Yeah, okay, so I didn't know. That's old
Yeah, we
news.
talked about that yesterday.
Okay.
Oh, good, sorry, go ahead.
No, that's all right. Mine's old news. You go ahead with yours.
Okay. What I have is, here it is. Somebody by the name of Mike Wallace, who, again, I'm going by what someone sent me here. I believe that he's the CEO of X, aka Twitter, or is somewhere up in their upper chain of command. But he is in the process of putting together a Pizzagate video that I've heard is related to the horrid video of what's known as Frazzle Drip, which I won't even discuss it. It's so disgusting. But from what I gather, this guy by the name of Matt Wallace is going to be putting out a video in the next couple days or the next week that will try to expose what needs to be exposed, and apparently it is beyond disturbing. There's another person that's involved that is also trying to expose this. Their handle, or their name, is Dom Lucre, D-O-M, is the first name. Last name is Lucre, L-U-C-R-E, and he apparently has over 1 million followers, and he's also, I guess, maybe working with Matt Wallace in order to get this out. So be on the lookout for something, and then be careful of it, because apparently it is quite disturbing. I don't know to what level they're going to be showing the evil.
I don't
because
know. I heard that it was going to be extensive, and that Elon Musk said that he would financially protect them as much as he could. So yeah, I think it's pretty heavy that
You
he's
have
gonna do
1
that.
minute remaining.
Scary.
He also said that he's willing to go to jail to protect free speech. So.
Okay. Well, we will see. We will see. But keep your ears to the ground for anything Pizzagate related, because as I've heard is that it is the pedophilia that will be, I won't say they're undoing, but it will be something that obviously everybody that sees stuff like this will go, we can't allow this, period. I don't care what party you're in.
Exactly.
All right. Thank you guys for all you do. God bless you, and God bless America. Thank you guys. Bye. Thanks.
So Don Lucre was actually at the America First warehouse on January 6th. He's been a pretty big supporter of the J6 movement for a long time. I've been following him for quite a while. So if you aren't following him, you should be.
You want to take this too?
Also, pedophilia wouldn't be so prominent in this country if our government wasn't pushing it. And if they weren't all a bunch of pedophiles, they wouldn't be pushing it.
That's right.
Just little tidbit from Tammy tonight.
High kicks, everyone.
Get those kicks ready. There goes Raffet up the sidewalk, so somebody else can have the high kick tonight. Deb?
She got jokes for days. That's why you love being anchor. I knew it. I just knew it.
If tomorrow all the things were gone I'd worked for all my life, and I had to start again with just my children and my wife. I thank my lucky stars to be living here today, 'cause the flag still stands for freedom, and they can't take that away. And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today, 'cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA.
Just in the nick of time. That's right. That's right.
From the lakes of Minnesota to the hills of Tennessee, across the plains of Texas,
North Dakota, birthplace of Lawrence Welk. Dodge.
right
North
down
Dakota.
to Houston and New York to LA. Well, there's pride in every American heart, and it's time we stand and say that I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free, and I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me, and I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today, 'cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free, and I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me, and I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today, 'cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA.
USA!
All the way.
USA!
All the way.
USA!
All the way.
USA!
Well, thanks to Nicole watching the game today, we only have one Texas team in the playoffs right now. So
So sad.
it's okay. It's all right.
What?
There's always
What?
next year for the
What?
Cowboys, but
Who?
the Texans are still in it. So I don't know what you're talking about over there, Roger. I can't hear you.
The Oilers. The Oilers are still in the game.
The Texans. I don't know if you saw that the Texans played the Oilers a couple weeks ago, and it made a big, huge stir because the Titans, who moved from Houston and became the Tennessee Titans, wore the old Oilers throwback jersey. Everybody was in a huge uproar, so the Texans had to squash the Tennessee Titans like they squashed the Cleveland Browns yesterday, y'all. I'm just saying, I don't get to brag very much because the team sucks.
Team that was able to do that.
Listen, it's a big accomplishment for the Houston Texans. I don't know if you've ever seen them play, but
I've
they
seen-
need lots of prayers
I've
for the
seen
next
5 or
game,
6 times
as
play.
do we. So if you will pray for me and my Texans, I'll pray for you and all your teams. And we'll see you tomorrow night. Bye.
How about them Cowboys?
That is uncalled for.
I know, it sounds like Roger's being very volatile tonight.
How about them Cowboys?
We them boys.
All right, Freedom Corner gangsters.
Bye, gangsters.
Say your prayers. Don't let the Betty bugs bite. Please pray for me. Thank you all for joining us. YouTube, Rumble, and Gator, and God bless you all. We'll see you tomorrow.
Okay, kids. What he said.
Shut you down.
Good night, Jerry. Rebecca, night storm.